my sick leave because of more time doesn't amount to a hill of beans. So, all right. All right. So let's talk about breakfast then. Okay. Convert each number to scientific notation. Keep the sig figs. Keep the sig figs. Very important when we. Okay. All right. So we've got. Okay. So we've got 4,300,000. That's officially an awkward number. So this needs to be a number from one to nine. And we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's 6. Okay. What are the sig figs for this number? What? 2. Right. If there was a decimal point there, how many would it be? That would be 7. Yeah, because you have to count all the zeros because the trailing zeros and there is a decimal point there. Okay, so this is, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So numbers that are less than 1 have a negative exponent. Okay, yeah, yes. Right. Okay, and so how many sig figs does this number have? 1. How many does this have? So how do I fix that? Huh? Well, in the normal way, you just take this first number and convert it to a number from 1 to 9. But you have to maintain the precision, meaning that that's sig fig. So if the original number had 1 sig fig, your new number has 1 sig fig. How many does this have? 2. So we need to fix that. Oops. Okay. Okay. Give the number of sig figs. Okay, we've got we've got a trailing S, trailing S, trailing 0, and that means if there's a decimal present, that trailing 0 counts. There are middle zeros, and there are that always count, and there are beginning zeros that never count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Um, middle, um, middle zeros only, which always count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trailing zeros count if there's a decimal point. No decimal point, so that's 1. All right. All right, we want to round these numbers to 3 sig figs. That means you go to the fourth one, which is this 5, that kicks that 4 up to a 5. Go to the fourth place, that 4 means we drop everything. So it's 8.90. Okay, and this guy here. Now we have a decimal point. That means the trailing zeros count. We have 3, 6, 7. Okay, now we're multiplying or dividing. That means that our answer is going to be 5 sig figs in this case. What? Oh, yeah. Okay, so in this case, we're around this right now. It's 7 sig figs, right? And we're around to 3 sig figs. That's going to be right there. Okay. So the only way to do this is with scientific notation. So we're going to convert this to scientific notation. Okay. In other words, we went over 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. So how many 6 figures is that? 3. So just remember, scientific notation can really get you out of a lot of exams when you're converting to scientific notation. Assuming you read the proper way. Okay, so let's. All right, so this is the multiplication problem. So our answer is going to be in the lowest sig fig of the problem. Okay, so let's multiply this out. See what we get. No, 5 sig figs. Now, if this was a division problem, it'd be the same way. Okay, so let's look at the next one here. Okay, so we're looking at 2 sig figs and 6. So our answer is going to be um, What is it? One. Okay, real standard stuff here. Are you referring to the 47? Okay, that has beginning zeros. They don't count.
Your answer was 1.10.
Ah, yes, great. No, 5 6 base. 5 6 base. I'm so sorry. Now we're doing this basically the same thing. Kilometers to feet. Okay. Um, the way I would think it would be kilometers to meters, meters to centimeters, then use the 2.54 centimeters per inch. Wait a minute here. Let me see. That would work, but it's the wrong way around. What is
We wanted just to miles and miles to feet.
yeah, we do that too. My version would be, I think, one more step than yours. But it's same thing. Um, what is it? Oh, okay. So, let's look at the problem again here. Kilometers to feet. What do we got here? All right. Um, well, we got, so if we can change the kilometers to feet. feet. We don't have a conversion factor for that. But we can convert a kilometer to meters. That's straightforward. Or we can go um, kilometers to miles, miles to feet. Right? We want to go, have to remember always now. It looks like two conversion factors. Okay, we need to cancel the given, which is kilometers. Um, okay. Now we need to go from meters to feet, which is meters. Huh? Yeah. We need to get into miles though first. Um, let's see. Let's use this guy here. That'll get us into okay, let's go to meters and we can go um I'm taking 9 meds, you guys. Okay, so we need to get us into feet. Yeah. And 16. Okay. That gives us meters, or excuse me, miles. And we can go from miles to feet. Okay, sig fig wise, we need two. So it's going to be 15. Okay, we went kilometers to miles, miles to feet. I could have done that a little differently with more steps, but could have converted the hmm, yeah, that would be either way. Okay, okay, that'll get us from years to days. And 24 hours per day. Anyway, then it's gonna be hours to minutes. Okay, anyway, years, days, hours. Okay, let's do this one over here. So we have two. Convert that to milligrams. All right, so how do you want to proceed? Let me go to um, um, ounces to what? We could do grains, but that wouldn't get us anywhere.
the pound.
Huh? We go to pound. Oh, right.
She's fine.
We're doing this.
We're gonna practice this. Yeah, what the problems you're doing right now, are those problems available online, like, because she's.
Well, the practice test is,
Oh,
your test is going very similar to this.
Okay.
I just wanted to go through the practice test. Okay, so what was your suggestion?
That's cool.
You want to use this one here. We want, this will give us pounds. I'm just in a brain fog right now, I tell you. Pound of grams. Um, okay, so we go, okay, so this will give us pounds, right? Okay, and then we can go from pounds to what were we supposed to end up with here again? Milligrams. Okay, so let's go to grams now. 453.59. Four 59. Okay, now it's in grams, and now we go grams to milligrams. And how many milligrams are in a gram? 1,000. Okay, so there we are. And it's a matter of going through the conversions on the sheet I give you and just kind of swords them so everything cancels out except what you're trying to calculate. That's everyone problem is like that. If it's a fraction problem, it's two problems, numerator and denominator, but it's the same thing. We use the conversion factors to cancel out what we don't need. Okay, now this problem is special for me. When my dad was in World War II, he was stationed in Northern Africa. And the natives stayed there. They were taking gold coin, $20 gold pieces, and how much off the gold? So it's the legal 10%. So the silver $20. And we collected all the gold dust afterwards that came off. And then brought it to the bank, got it set. And so what I want to do here is to figure out in today's price. Now, on this problem, a lot of students didn't understand this problem. Okay, how much gold dust do we end up with per coin? it says right here, basically 1 gram per coin. Okay, so that's one conversion factor. And how many coins were minted? Yeah. Okay, so this will give us how many grams of gold. Now we need to convert the grams to ounces. And then we know the cost per ounce. Actually, gold is probably more than what I listed there. When I did this a year ago, gold has gone up since. So what we need here, we need grams to ounces. So what's the best way to go? Grams to ounces. Well, we can go grams to pounds, right? That's 453.59. What? Yeah, that was my thought. I'm sorry, what? There's only one because the instant. We're pounds now, and then we need 16 ounces per pound. And then we need one more step, which is the cost. So that's 17.98. All right, so all the units cancel. What about sig figs? Well, we got what, 6 there? Um, this is infinite because it's defined. This is infinite, and this is infinite. So we need a 6 significant figure number for our answer. So do I need to put the 1 in my calculator? Yeah. It's a question about that one. You can interpret that either as infinite or 4. Make a case because it's by definition. So what do you want to keep it at 4? That's right. So on a test, I would since you can make a case for either one, both cases are correct. Sorry, what? The question is, remember, things that are defined are infinite. The question is the 1798 defined by the government? could be or couldn't be. Could be just a floating number by the seconds. Or just treat it like 4. Yeah. Right there. All right, so let's grind this baby out. Okay, so this is how much money the government would have lost if the cost of gold at the time was 1798. At the time, gold was probably worth less than $20 per coin. So they did all right. And so we need 4 sig figs. That's 28 to 6. Here's a low. Let me see. Yeah, as a placeholder. So we're looking at 28, a little over $28 million. That was very clever of them to do that. Illegal as heck, but clever. Okay, so that's it for that test. Now on this test, I gave an extra credit, which isn't showing up on this. Actually, it might right here. Okay, I guess the extra credit's not going to show. Anyway, it's a very general test over what we've been doing over Unit 1. Sick bags. Problem solving. Important. Thank you so Howard. Sounds great, yeah. Yeah,
Okay, so we don't have to memorize that, right?
correct, absolutely. I don't believe in that. Some 2A instructors make you memorize that.
Yeah.
What a total waste of time.
Yeah.
I'm not judging his pedagogical approaches, I just think. Because you have a smartphone, if you look at every number on there in 5 seconds.
I believe Einstein
What?
said never put to memory something that you can just look up.
Exactly.
To do that.
I want you to get comfortable with the strategy of what you're about. And that you can't look up. Actually, with AI, you probably could. Does anyone use ChatGPT? Okay. So we could have. ChatGPT. Nicholas, each element in both bets. And take that in about 1 second. What do you use it for?
Just general interest, playing around different like alternative history scenarios, things like that. Kind of interesting.
Well, the key is prompt.
Mhm.
And that's it. That's for intelligence. Get what you want. I like AI. It's used in one ways are very hard. And hey, so it's good and bad. All the good outweighs the bad. All right.
When is the test, the first test?
We're always on Saturday. We have the whole campus to ourselves. It'll be 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
Basically, it's a week out.
A week after? Unit 2 is going to be very similar to Unit 1. We're pushing. Okay, that's what I want to cover today. Yeah. Thank you. You went by 6 sig figs? Or no, 4?
4.
Okay, that's what makes sense. Thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, so today. What we'll talk about today. What is hard. What I'm gonna do today is do the dry lab at home. Okay, who's finished the dry lab? Okay, so it doesn't mean, you're already done, so. You finished?
You're talking about the one that's due tonight. Another one.
Some people have already started one.
Okay, so you're talking about, are you done with lab 1 and lab 2? So
I'm figuring for potential like 2. But yeah.
So are we doing lab 1 at home? Because last week we were supposed to do lab 1 on Saturday, but we didn't.
So I meant for you to do it at home.
Oh, we were supposed to do it at home.
So I'm gonna be very flexible on due date, whether it's later. So.
because next week we don't have any.
Correct.
This class.
The whole campus is closed the weekend.
So technically our next class is our test. Even though it's 2, it's almost.
Yeah.
You can help where.
Correct.
Almost. Yeah, it's our next class.
But we'll have a Friday class. And
Oh,
the test will be on Saturday.
Oh, okay. I thought
And
it
there's,
was almost
we're
right.
still about having it Saturday. But hey, if you have any questions about that, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, now we're gonna understand enter your lab results. Dry lab and wet lab. Okay, your assignments. Click on dry lab 1 or 2. Which one wants it? You need to create a PDF file on your worksheets. For wet labs, I have a video on how to do a wet lab write-up. You're not going to do a worksheet on the wet lab. You take the data. And anyway, I've got a number of videos out on that. So make that when you any of your questions about the liability. If you come up on your first level, okay, that's on density. The last 3 is density. You need your lab packet also. And if you don't have it yet, you can't get it in student store, you can give you a digital copy. Okay, so the home is electronically manually, you purchase the lab. Okay,
So for lab 3, we would have to turn in this packet, lab 3, and then also a separate paper with our lab write-up.
Um,
This is a good example, not perfect. You have to one that's criminally bound. Okay, and you get a grit paper and you get this one. But one would have it for like $1. And if the student storm, the students were never open the new year. Once you're going to find people. Now, if you have a lab book from another class, and there's a fair amount of room, you can use that. You just, you staple those pages for the class, and you start the new pages. So when you use them. Okay,
So what would be, because I do have a couple of pages. So we would be writing our information and then we would be turning our whole notebook into you.
scan the pages of the lab. Click on assignment.
Gotcha.
So everything in the lab. In a
So
PDF.
if it's just a picture of it, why can't they use this one?
That's chemistry class. So that's why I wanted to system. This is a prep file. We'll prep you for the- for the-
So I can use this one.
I'm just a little confused, so why are we transferring the data into your notebook and not just not what you want to do?
You didn't turn in very yet. I don't give you a notebook. Really. A overall notebook.
Potentially. I have this. Prices and costs and just.
Yeah, your question was, will share the lab packet. Yes. We transfer over all anyway. So what I suggest, if you have a purchase to get, but your lab partner has, you got your old camera, click. But everything has to be, you're seeing that in the video, everything is handwritten. Nothing is cut and paste from the laptop. And that's the way 1A, 2A, and 3A are set up for their lives, exactly the same. I was running battle in Sac City. Where 2A class is called 315. And they don't even know what they're doing when they walk into the line. And they get packed up, their hand out, and just follow the directions. There we go. So my 306 class, they have to do this brand new thing. You have to read it, the procedures, you have to go on the setup, on the materials list. It's a very classic lab writing. This is a prep class, you know what you're going through. Okay? This hard, it's just tedious. A lot of writing. If you're not used to handwriting, you're on the good side. You don't do it all at once. Which Washington. Okay, any other questions?
So the packet that we got, we're not turning that in, we're turning.
You're not turning anything. Now, once you fill in your notebook from the lab packet, and fill in the data and calculation for the right conclusion, you're going to scan that. That's what you're left with.
The actual packet or the pictures of the notebook.
Correct. Here, let me show you one.
The lab manual, we do the questions in our composition book, each individual lab. We are going to take pictures to turn in, but at the end of the semester, we're going to turn in the full notebook that we created, so that's why we have this notebook.
Okay,
You can have each individual lab will be turned in as a PDF on campus.
Okay, thank you.
Exactly.
So, just to give you a review really quick, so before next class, since we have such a long time, it's, can we list the things we have to do? So tonight is lab one, then next Saturday would be lab two. And taking pictures, uploading them. And then.
On Saturday, when we get back, and then Friday or Saturday when we get back, for your lab part, we'll be doing wet lab density.
Lab three, before we come to class, or do we have to? Turn you into that? Before?
Yeah, you have something called a pre-lab. You have to do title, purpose, procedure, materials, and a drawing of anything that's unique. Yeah, that's in the packet. Well, that part you transfer over. That's your pre-lab ticket to do the lab. No pre-lab, no lab.
Okay, so we have to have the pre-lab, lab three done by next class.
But then, yeah, beginning of lab.
Is that something that we take pictures and upload before next class?
You don't have to upload it. I'm just going to look at it and I'm going to initial on your page whether you did it or not. Better?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This is not from this school, but it's also in density. Okay. So, purpose. Well, you have the title, obviously. Purpose. Why are we doing this lab? Oh, because it's fun. What information are you going to gain from doing this lab? Depending on when we get into more complex labs that have chemicals that are not good for you, you have to do first aid on all those chemicals. And it'll be obvious which ones are. And that's what this here is. This is the first aid for those chemicals. Okay, list your equipment. Write down the procedure. And then you're gonna have a data table with data plus calculations.
We're gonna be getting data when we do the lab.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And this particular lab had unknowns, but yours is not gonna have unknowns. Okay, then you have results and discussion and a conclusion. Now this file, you can find it on files, lab related. And then if you look at my video, it'll follow this train. Okay. So again, it's not, the hard part is doing it by hand. Not under CE. So. Everyone. That students who come in understand what we're going to do for two reasons: safety and organization. If you have no idea what you're doing, once you put finishing time, then you can easily do something not safe. And the department thought I was too rigid with like 6th Street, so maybe we'll do that. And I go, and now the physiology, a lot of my students are nursing and oral hygiene, students. We're in the next lesson in anatomy physiology. They write up stimulate. Our whole division likes this write up. And the department chair is okay with them just doing worksheets. Not knowing what they're doing for the, some people don't even know what they're doing till they walk in the lab. That means crazy. What's the point of your lab? Okay. Anything on it? Okay. I'm talking about my once. What the thing? If you like to do a Zoom, now to the left. Or let me know. Can be a group or a single.
I had a quick question. Where do I find the dry labs? Are they
Um,
in the packet that I got from the bookstore?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's lab 1 and 2.
okay. And then take a picture, upload it to Canvas.
Yeah, if you fill it out.
Yeah.
And then click on the assignment, try lab 1, it'll prompt you for a file. That's the PDF file.
Okay. That the safety contract and stuff. What do I do? Do I just like print it out and like sign it? Or
You're gonna be looking at first aid